Hey there, Sabine here. Hope you're having a great day. So today I want to talk about the power of meaning. And I want to really dig into how, the challenges, the situations, the setbacks, the disappointments that we experience, and how the meaning that we attach to it actually dictates or informs how we are going to experience that situation. So in most cases, when we have a challenge or a setback, it's easy for us to look at the outside circumstance and, diagnose what that setback, that challenge, that issue is from, an external perspective. But what's really happening in the background is that we are assigning a meaning about us to that thing. So I've been working through a challenge for the last few months now. And earlier today, some thoughts came up around that challenge. And at first it was more solution oriented, and then it kind of shifted into this like fear-based worry pattern of thought and thinking. And luckily I was able to catch it because like in my body I started to feel like dis some level of discomfort coming up, and I was just like, okay, pause. Now I can feel what these thoughts are doing or the impact that these thoughts are having on me. What is it that's really going on here? And so I did a little bit of self-inquiry, and I asked myself, well, what meaning are you attaching to this challenge? Meaning that what are you thinking, or what do you believe that this external circumstance and challenge means about you? What is it? What do you believe that it's mirroring back to you? And so I kind of continued with the self inquiry, and I got to the place where I realized that this challenge and the setback means nothing about me, that it's really information, or it is data that is informing me of where I was once in not in alignment with myself. This is something that is lingering, if you will, from the times and the spaces where I was not in alignment. And what it came to do was actually reveal and mirror back to me where I was not in alignment. And it didn't take long, like literally within seconds, I felt the shift within my body. I felt the calm. I felt the release of all that anxiety that was trying to take form and, put me in this place of like, oh my gosh, stranger danger. And so I'm sharing that today because, especially if we're business owners, we're dealing with stuff all of the time. There are setbacks every single day, or at the very least every single week, right? If you're doing it right. And many times, many times in my professional career, both in corporate and in entrepreneurship, prior versions of me, believed that those setbacks, those challenges, those issues were actually a reflection of me either not being good enough at X, or not doing enough, or not being whatever. And now, where I am in my journey, I haven't stopped having setbacks, challenges, or issues, because obviously I'm dealing with one now. But what I'm doing differently is separating myself from the challenge, the issue, the setback, and asking, okay, well, what is it here to teach me? Every single thing, and I've shared this before, right? I believe everything is a lesson, everything is a teacher. And some seasons, the lesson in and of itself is for you to even recognize that it's a lesson. In this particular season with this thing, for me, I realized that it was for me to uncover what it was that my system had locked in that this challenge meant about me. And truthfully, once I chose and decided that the meaning that was coming forward was not the meaning that I wanted to attach to, it completely shifted everything. Now, will I still have to navigate, this challenge? Absolutely. Does it have the same charge, the emotional charge that it had? No, it doesn't have that anymore. And so that's my encouragement for you today, especially if you're, navigating a challenge, or you've experienced some setbacks in the last few weeks, or in your business in general, to really just go back and look at those challenges from an observer standpoint, and now, well, when that challenge happened, or when that setback happened, what meaning did I assign it about myself? And if I could go back and look at this challenge or situation and see it as a mirror to when I was out of alignment, what would I have done differently to navigate that experience? what would I have shifted? Where would I have focused my attention with regard to that particular thing if in the moment I could have allowed myself to see it as a mirror of misalignment versus a meaning about me and who I am and what I'm capable of. So that's what I have for you today. Think about it, journal, whatever it is that you need to do. With that, have a great rest of the day. Take care.